Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by probably the fastest man in the hotel, Stephen Swifty Smith. How's things, man?
Not too bad, mate. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You're here to obviously support your brother Callum against Canelo on Saturday night. Let's just jump straight into it. Your thoughts on the fight?
Do you know what, mate? Really, really excited. Canelo Alvarez, class act. We don't know about him. Very, very good, but you know, my opinion remains the same. Callum Smith's the best 168 in the world, and this fight being at 168, you know, I'll back my brother all the way.
That's well said, but how do you see the fight going? I mean, a lot of people think that, I use this, again, I'm going to go back to this. We've seen Lomachenko against Teofimo Lopez, a small quality pound-for-pound fight up against a big lightweight. And we could probably use that same scenario here when we've got a pound-for-pound fight in Canelo up against a big super middleweight. Do you see sort of similarities in the both fights?
Yeah, exactly. I said about that yesterday myself. I said, no, Lomachenko, class act, pound for pound, can do a lot. You know, stuff he does what other people don't do. He's very, very good. But when he came up against Lopez, he was just too small. Lopez, the bigger man, just kept knocking him off balance. Didn't let him do the things he's used to doing. And you know, a good big man always beats a good little man, as they say. And I think this is very similar. Canelo Alvarez, class act, can do a lot. Got so much skills. You know, so many like little tricks, little sets, traps, and that. He's very good at what he does. But you know, Callum's the biggest super middleweight in the world, and I think he's coming up against a man now who's a lot bigger. We've seen the head-to-edge yesterday. He's a lot bigger. He's 7 inches in height and 8-inch reach or something like that, they're saying. So I think it just might be a step too far for Canelo. And again, you know, back Callum going into this fight.
Do you think Callum can go in there and make a statement and possibly stop him or drop him or something along them lines?
Yeah, of course. I think he's got to go in with that mentality anyway. You know, people know what. You know, people are always commenting on whether he'll get a decision against Canelo and stuff, and he's always got that in his own mindset. But you know, Callum has got the power to knock anyone out anyway. You know, and if he goes in there and lands the shot he's been working on, then you know, I'm very confident he can get Canelo out.
Is this sort of like a little, I don't know, among your brothers? I know you up in the room playing Mario Kart all day and stuff like that. But has Liam and Callum spoke about this sort of being like, not a revenge sort of thing to get revenge on Liam's loss, but have you spoke about something like, come on, do it for me?
Yeah, no, we never, like, that doesn't come up in that sense. You know, I think Callum said himself, if Liam had never fought Canelo, he'd still want to win this fight just as much. You know what I mean? It's sort of, you know, we're brothers.
Does it add a little bit of spice to it?
Yeah, we're just you know, we're close anyway. But it's just bragging rights, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like Callum beating Groves, it was all about Callum becoming world champion, and you know, he beat the number one in the division at the time to do it. So it was a big win. He won the tournament in that fight as well. There was a lot on it. You know, never in his head was it, oh, he'd beat Paul. Do you know what I mean? I want to get revenge. I think it was more about, again, fulfilling his dream, winning his world title, winning the Super Series tournament, you know, and then after that it was a bit of bragging rights to go home with, to say to Paul, you know, I beat him. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same thing now with Liam. You know, it's a little bit of bragging rights for him, but you know, there's other things. He's got other things on his mind. You know, he wants to win the fight because he wants to be the best.
The thing is, you're a super middleweight now. Can we not see you step in and sort of make some revenge fights for you?
Yeah, I think by the time he weighs in, I think he might be the lighter Smith.
That's the first time since when?
Yeah, I think that's the first time since he was about 14. I think that he's been lighter than me, I reckon.
What's next for Callum if he wins on Saturday night? I know there's more than likely going to be a rematch clause in this contract. I'm assuming, I've not obviously not read the contract, but Callum wins, Canelo's going to want the rematch. But for you, what would you like Callum to be? Would you like the Billy Joe Saunders fight, the Caleb Plant fight, or Benavidez moving up to 175? What would you hope for Callum?
Yeah, 100% think obviously beat Canelo and then there'll be a rematch. But you know, he goes into that rematch in the driving seat. You know, he's again proving that he's number one. Going forward, I think for Callum now, it's just basically big fight. It's belts. So the other belt holders, yeah, as you say, Billy Joe, Caleb Plant, they're the fights that sort of will excite Callum because he'll want to unify the division. You know, after this one Saturday night, you know, touch wood, he'll have two of the belts, WBC and WBA. He's got the Ring Magazine belt. So yeah, of course, the other two champions will be on Callum's hit list definitely.
You mentioned there that Callum would be in the driving seat. Would again, a dream, Anfield, bringing Canelo over there. It's going to be tough with Vegas and all these other places wanting to fight, but Anfield, is that sort of the dream?
Yeah, of course, it's a big dream for Callum. You know, obviously coming to boxing, wanting to be world champion, he's done that. He's number one in the division, he's a Ring Magazine belt holder, so, you know, he's just got to keep setting more goals. His goals to unify the division, his goals to then possibly go and be a two-weight world champion. He wants to keep setting goals, but one of his goals, his ambitions are and always have been to fight at Anfield. If he can go and defend his world titles at Anfield, then it'll be unbelievable for him.
We were having a couple of Cokes last night and Sprites and Fantas, and I said to you, you got one more fight in you. If Callum fights at Anfield, are you going to make that comeback?
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no chance I'm missing that. I think he'd even get our Paul back for that one.
See, look, Paul would be cruiserweight.
Yeah, we'll find someone. Whatever weight it is, I think he'd make sure he's on it. I think we'll finally tick the list to get the 4 Smiths on the one show. We fought with three of us, different threes a few times, but we've never had 4 of us on the same bill. So I think if Callum can get that Anfield thing sorted, then you'd have to stop me dad from getting in as well.
Your dad, he's going to make a comeback. Your dad's a big man.
Himself, I think he'll look around for any heavyweights that want to go, I think.
Well, I'm not going to put my name on that list anyway. No, your dad's a big man, a big man. Finally, for the fans back home, or the boxing fans back home, this is going to be the zone for next to nothing. £1.99, £2. What have you got a message for the guys back home, all the boxing fans?
Tune in. It's going to be a very exciting night for us and for one of our own. But you know, I'm just gutted for everyone that they couldn't get out here. You know what I mean? The people in Liverpool would have loved this trip. They still go on about when they come over for Liam against Canelo. It was an unbelievable trip, and this would have been possibly even better again. And it's a shame that they missed out on it due to this pandemic. But you know, it's still going to be an exciting watch for them.
One more fight in you?
Yeah, a few more. Yeah.
A few more. Right, Swifty. Let's go. We're in a big, massive hallway here, man. I think I've got my running trainers on. You've got running trainers on. Let's get a 40-yard dash. You up for it?
Let's do it.
I'll film it. Let's do it, man. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, bud.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.